At 2 in the morning in post-war Poland, a knock on the door means one of three things: arrest, execution, or a man asking if you still know how to hide a rifle. If it's the third one, congratulations, the war has come back for you. These men will later be called the cursed soldiers, but at the time they're just leftovers. Former home army fighters who survived the Nazis, only to discover that survival has terrible timing. They're told to disband, turn in their weapons, trust the new government, the same government staffed by Soviet-backed security forces who already have lists, interrogation rooms, and a strong dislike for anyone who fought independently. So instead of surrendering, they vanish. Forests, farmhouses, cellars, abandoned bunkers. Poland turns into a country where the ground itself has opinions. These fighters don't hold territory. They hold grudges. They ambush patrols. They raid prisons. They assassinate informants. They show up long enough to remind the state it doesn't actually own the countryside, then disappear again. They aren't trying to win a war anymore. They're trying to avoid a basement with a light bulb and a confession form. The communist security services respond with enthusiasm. Show trials, public executions, torture meant to produce names, which produce more arrests, which produce more silence. Entire villages learn very quickly that knowing nothing is a survival skill. The cursed soldiers don't wear uniforms. They don't march. They don't give speeches. They blend back into civilian life so completely that no one knows who's fighting and who's just tired. Every knock after dark feels wrong. Every forest path feels watched. By the late 1940s, the government floods Poland with internal security troops. They infiltrate cells. They flip captured fighters. They hunt families to flush men into the open. It works, slowly, brutally. Groups collapse. Leaders are killed or captured. The war shrinks from a movement into a handful of men refusing to stop. Some keep fighting into the 1950s, living off stolen food, buried weapons, and the belief that giving up now would make everything before it meaningless. One of them, Józef Francak, survives until 1963, nearly 20 years on the run. Killed in a farmhouse long after most of the country has learned not to talk about men like him. For decades, the state labels them bandits, criminals, enemies of the people. Their graves are unmarked, their stories erased. Then the system that hunted them collapses. And suddenly, the cursed soldiers are remembered not as heroes or villains, but as something much harder to categorize. Men who beat one occupation, refused another, and kept fighting long after history decided it was inconvenient. The war didn't end for them, it just learned how to whisper.